Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program for Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. Camera people, Nick and Daniel. Video engineer, producer, and sound engineer, Edward. Teleprompter and prompter, Myra. News anchor, Devin. Meteorologist, Hannah. And this is the news director, the woeful coach of the New York Jets. And now the news.
Good afternoon and welcome to the DCTV 4-H Evening News and Weather Program. Help keeps our kids news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. To become by sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. This is the story from Cortez Journal. Dry weather raises fire danger in southwest Colorado. In late November, a man on a private property north of Durango, adjacent to the National Forest lands near Eltra Lake, was targeted shooting with incendiary ammunition and started a fire that quickly grew to 60 acres. Fuel moistures have become drier since then. Although it's winter, we are extremely dry and there is potential for fire activity because of our prolonged lack of moisture. Richard Bustamante, says Joanne San Juan National Forest Fire Management Officer, said in the news release, dry grasses are very flammable right now and can act as a carrier fuel to quickly spread a fire even though days are short and nights are cold. Forest officials urge the public to follow fire safety tips. All who plan to have an open fire outside should clear all burnable materials from the area and keep a bucket of water, shovel, and other means of extinguishing fire accessible. Never leave a fire unattended when putting out a fire. Stir water and dirt into the coals until they are cool to the touch and no longer produce smoke. Do not dump hot coals onto vegetation or flammable surfaces. Never litter cigarette butts out the car window. Extinguish cigarettes only in areas free of vegetation or debris. Do not park hot cars or recreational vehicles on dry vegetation. Exhaust systems can ignite flammable materials underneath the vehicles. Off-road vehicles and chainsaws should be equipped with the approved and updated spark arresters. Never lack light. All fireworks which include sparklers are illegal within national forest boundaries. Tracer bullets and exploding targets are also illegal within national forest systems. For more information, visit www.fs.usda.gov/San Juan. Following story is from the Denver Post. Gentrification is changing Denver school communities. Offers just to fix that. We were not sure of the meaning of gentrification, so here is the Google definition. Gentrification, a process of renovation of deteriorating urban neighborhoods by means of the influx of more affluent residents. One example is that gentrification can lead to community displacement for lower income families in gentrifying neighborhoods. Now, on to our story. To address the declining enrollment and combat segregation, Denver public schools should consider a number of steps, including creating a clear and community-driven process for consolidating under-enrollment schools, according to the Committee of Community Leaders. The high-power group has been meeting for months. On Monday, voted to forward that recommendation and more than a dozen others to the school board for consideration. Rising costs and redevelopment are remaking Denver, causing decrease in number of school-aged children in some neighborhoods and deepening sharp economic divides between others. The committee wrestles with the challenge that integration integration, it can be elusive when honoring both the traditions of the neighborhood, schools, and district communities to giving families a choice of schools. The recommendation from the Strengthening Neighborhoods communities are meant to be starting point, so many of them are short on details. This story is from the Durango Herald. Animas High students bring fresh eyes to homelessness issue in Durango. The final grade will be assigned to Ashley Carruthers, who teaches humanities to groups of Animas High School students juniors that choose to study issues surrounding homelessness. But if Brandon Hayes, who has spent most of the time since 1996 homeless, had anything to say, they would be in the hunt for an A. I don't think they are naive or optimistic, said Hayes, who plans to spend the winter in his cave on Animas Mountain. I think they're taking a fresh look at the situation, and I think in their own way they are trying to find solutions to the problem, and they can come up with ideas that we just haven't thought of yet. Dozens of students' projects, from murals to science fairs, exhibits to videos, were on display, and exhibits presenters were ready to answer questions evoked by their work. Several hundred people showed up to take a look. In addition, several people dealing with homelessness in La Plata County gave speeches, and plenty of food was on hand to lend an air of celebration to the evening. Charlie Stein, 16, who built a mindfulness room in which she had posted some of her favorite quotes of homeless individuals whom she had interviewed in the past 3 months. You need to have the patience to hear their whole stories, Stein said. She interviewed people and held discussion with the homeless while visiting camps and sharing meals with them at the Food Not Bombs dinner, which are held from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. each Sunday at Snyder Park. Her favorite quotes come from Matt, a man whom she said considered himself feral and not homeless. His quote, "Why am I seeing as a problem just because I'm choosing something alternative?" Amanda Studard, 17, and Kaylee McLean, 16, creative and interactive art piece that allow people to write their own thoughts on homelessness. It opened my eyes. They're not so different from us. They may have different experiences, and they're facing different things, and they're also facing challenges that we don't, McLean said. Harley Fracas, 17, another member of the Carruthers class, said that they chose to study homelessness after hearing several presentations on various issues from the environment to immigration. We wanted to choose a project that we thought could have an impact on our town, he said. Now here are dumb laws in Iowa. In Marshalltown, horses are forbidden to eat fire hydrants. In Mount Vernon, one must obtain written permission from the city council before throwing bricks into a highway. No persons may pick a flower from the city park. A softball diamond lights must be turned off by 10:30 p.m. In Ottumwa, within the city limits, a man may not wink at any woman he doesn't know. Now here's for the weather with Hannah.
The current temperature is 52 degrees. The high for today was 59 degrees. The low was 29 degrees. The wind has been between 1 and 5 miles per hour from the northwest. The gusts have been up to 16 miles per hour. The barometer is at 30 point. Barometer is at 30. Okay. The humidity. Okay. Go back. The barometer is at 30.0 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 11%. There has been no hundredth of an inch of moisture measured today by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 0 hundredth of an inch. Moisture for the year is 7.96 inches. Most of the country is clear except for the following. Snow. Snow run from the Dakotas into Colorado with small areas in Montana and Utah. Montana and Utah. There you go. In the Northeast, snow starts in northern Wisconsin and run through Michigan, New York, and Rhode Island into the Atlantic with a bang, going through the Virginias into North Carolina. See this stuff right here. Now here is your exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Thursday, sunny, high 45, low 19. Friday, mostly sunny, high 48, low 22. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 43, low 20. Sunday, mostly sunny, high 40, low 19. Monday, mostly sunny, high 45, low 22. Now for our climate change report. CO2, carbon dioxide, is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide in moisture and hot and cold temperatures. But it is important to note that the overall long-term climate trend is of the planet's warming. Following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. For the week of December 10th, this week 406.76, last week 406.36, 1 year ago 403.92, 10 years ago 38.65, 50 years ago 301.96. Thank you, Dr. Peter Trans of the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration and the Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth website for this information. Remember, you can keep our kids' news show on the air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-41119. 41119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
That's the merciful end of today's DCTV 4-H news program. This is news director, the coach of the Woeful Jets, saying good night and thank you for watching.